They thought you were finished, broken, exhausted, outmatched. They thought this was the end. But they forgot one thing. You don't fight to prove them wrong. You fight because quitting isn't in your nature. Every time you fall, you don't ask, why me? You ask, how much stronger can I become? Pain doesn't scare you. Fear doesn't stop you. Because deep inside, you already know this truth. The fight begins only when you're pushed past your limit. They see damage. You see growth. They see defeat. You see the next level. And when they think you're done, that's when you stand up. Not angry, not desperate, focused. Because a warrior like you doesn't run from the fight. You fight back. They told you this was your limit, that your body couldn't go any further. But limits are made by people who stopped trying. You didn't get stronger when things were easy. You grew when your muscles screamed, when your lungs burned, when every move felt impossible. While others rested, you trained. While others complained, you adapted. Every punch you took taught you something. Every loss forged your will. You don't fear being weak today because you know tomorrow you'll be stronger than yesterday. Your power doesn't come from talent. It comes from never staying down, from standing up one more time, then you fall. And when your body says, I can't, your spirit answers, watch me. This is the moment no one sees, the silence before the storm. Your hands are shaking. Your vision is blurred. Every cell in your body is screaming stop. This is where most people quit, because pain feels like failure. But warriors know the truth. Pain is the signal. It means you're standing at the edge of your next form. The enemy laughs. They think you're finished. They think this is your end. But they don't hear your heartbeat. Each beat says one thing, not yet. You remember why you started. Not for applause, not for victory, but because quitting was never an option. Your past losses line up behind you, not to drag you down, but to push you forward. Your knees touch the ground, your fists tighten, and in that second, you make a decision. Either break or break through. The ground is still shaking, but something has changed. Not outside, inside you. The fear is gone. The doubt is gone. Even the anger is quiet. What remains is focus. This is not rage anymore. This is control. Your breathing slows. Your heartbeat becomes steady. Your mind clears like the sky before lightning. Everyone thinks power comes from screaming, but real power, it comes from acceptance. You accept the pain. You accept the loss. You accept the fact that this fight is yours alone. And then it happens. Not loud, not flashy, but heavy. Energy rises from your core. Not explosive, unstoppable. Your enemies feel it before they see it. That pressure in the air. That silence that says, you should have finished me when you had the chance. You stand up, not as the same person who fell, but as someone sharpened by every hit. This is not a comeback. This is an awakening. You don't rush. That's the first thing they notice. Before you attacked with hope. Now you move with certainty. Every step is measured. Every breath is controlled. Every strike has a purpose. This is not anger. This is mastery. The enemy swings wildly, desperate, afraid. Because they feel it, they're no longer fighting a man. They're fighting a force. You block once. You dodge once. And then one clean hit. No scream. No show. Just impact. The ground cracks. The air folds. Time itself feels slower. You remember all the times you were weak, all the times you were underestimated, and you smile, not with arrogance, but with understanding. Because now you know, power doesn't come from winning. It comes from enduring long enough to change. The fight isn't over, but the balance, it's already shifted. This is where it ends. Not with hatred, not with revenge, but with resolve. You don't fight to destroy. You fight to protect what matters, to protect the future, to protect the version of yourself that refused to quit. Your body is tired. Your scars are real, but your spirit, unbreakable. You look at your opponent one last time, not as an enemy, but as a reminder of how far you've come. Every fall, every loss, every painful step, it all led here. You don't need applause. You don't need validation, because the greatest victory was never the fight. It was becoming stronger than yesterday. You turn forward. There will be new battles, stronger enemies, higher limits. And when that time comes, you'll rise again. Because a warrior like you is never finished. You just evolve. The battle is over. The dust settles. The noise fades. But for you, nothing truly ends. While others celebrate, you breathe and look ahead. Because you were never in love with winning. You were in love with becoming better. Every fight taught you something. Every enemy showed you a weakness. Not theirs, yours. And instead of running from it, you smile. You understand now, strength isn't a destination. It's a daily choice. To train when no one is watching. To rise when no one expects it. To stay humble when power grows. The universe is vast. Stronger opponents are waiting. New limits are calling your name. And deep inside, your heart beats faster. Not from fear, from excitement. Because this is who you are. Not a hero chasing praise. Not a warrior chasing enemies. But a fighter chasing the next version of himself. You tighten your gloves. You take one step forward. The journey continues. There is no crowd now. No enemy in front of you. Only wind and open sky. This is the part no one talks about. The moment after everything. You stand there calm, no tension. No need to prove anything. Because you already did. Every scar on your body is a chapter of your story. Every breath you take is a promise to keep moving. You don't look back at the battle. You don't look back at the pain. You look forward. Because the true power you gained was never strength. It was clarity. You learn that limits are temporary. Fear is teachable. And growth is endless. You smile. Not loud, not proud, just quiet confidence. The kind of smile that says, no matter what comes next, I'll be ready. You walk forward, slow, steady, unstoppable. The legend doesn't end. It continues, in silence. Silence doesn't mean rest. It means readiness. While the universe breathes, you train in stillness. Not for enemies, not for battles. For what you haven't become yet. Power no longer excites you. Comparison no longer tempts you. You've learned the secret growth is private. Every sunrise is another chance to sharpen your edge. Every calm moment is fuel stored for the storm. You don't chase destiny. You meet it prepared. Somewhere out there, a challenge is forming. A limit is waiting to be erased. And when that moment arrives, you won't rush. You won't hesitate. You'll smile. Because this path chose you. The day you refuse to quit. No trophies, no finish line. Just a warrior, walking forward forever. The flame doesn't burn out. It learns to burn cleaner. There comes a moment when strength stops being about you. You look at your hands, once shaking, once broken, now steady. Not because they are invincible, but because they understand when to let go. You realize something powerful. The goal was never to stand above everyone. It was to raise the sky higher, so others could rise too. Your journey carved the path. Your battles proved what was possible. Now, someone else will take the next step. Not as a copy, not as a shadow, but as proof that limits can be broken. You don't give speeches. You don't explain your legacy. You simply step aside. And in that silence, the message is clear. The strongest warrior isn't the one who never falls, but the one who teaches the world how to stand. You smile one last time, not because it's over, but because it continues without needing your name. The sky remains vast, the path remains open, and the legend lives in every fighter who dares to grow.